Did Blake Lively's own director just expose her biggest lie?
What she's saying then, Mr. Feig, is a lie.
Ever seen two co-stars flashing perfect smiles on the red carpet and thought something's off? Well, if the latest rumors about Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick are true, their on-screen chemistry might be the only thing holding them together.
You got trolled online for your own actions.
Reports of diva antics, cold stares, and frantic behind-the-scenes damage control by director Paul Feig suggest their latest film wasn't just tough to shoot, it might have been a full-blown battlefield.
It's just funny because now we can see that it's absolute nonsense.
And despite their polished Instagram posts and carefully worded denials, the gossip won't die down. Fans are wondering, is this just another case of Hollywood drama, or is there something deeper at play? And why does their own director seem desperate to shut the conversation down? Let's break down the subtle and not-so-subtle signs that this on-screen duo might be way less friendly when the cameras stop rolling. Blake Lively has been lighting up red carpets, all smiles and laughter, effortlessly charming audiences and posing for snapshots with her castmates. On the surface, it's just another glamorous stretch in her Hollywood career. But here's the strange part: these high-profile appearances
I just report on Blake being terrified to walk the carpet
come right after her own legal claims that she's been struggling with paralyzing fear, grief, and an anxiety so severe it supposedly keeps her from even leaving home.
If you guys remember, the emotional impact of Miss Lively has been extreme, not only affecting her, but her family, including her husband and 4 children.
For fans paying close attention, the contrast is impossible to ignore. One moment, she's detailing emotional distress in legal documents. The next, she's dazzling in couture with no signs of hesitation.
There are days when she has struggled to get out of bed, and she frequently chooses not to venture outside in public.
So what's really going on? Has something changed overnight, or is there a missing piece to this story? The disconnect between her words and actions has only fueled speculation, leaving people wondering, is there more to Blake's situation than what meets the eye? At first glance, Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick seem like a Hollywood dream Team 2 powerhouse actresses coming together for another big screen hit. But if you believe the whispers from behind the scenes, their latest collaboration was anything but smooth. Cryptic reports of a nightmare on set and whispers of clashing personalities have turned their partnership into prime tabloid material.
Another simple favor was a nightmare.
Sources claim the tension between them was so thick, it seeped into every part of production. Crew members allegedly found themselves caught in the crossfire, forced to manage dueling egos and simmering hostility. Even the simplest scenes reportedly became creative battlegrounds, with both actresses unwilling to back down.
Behind closed doors, she has suffered from grief, fear, trauma, and extreme anxiety. She's also been experiencing repeated and painful physical symptoms as a result. Mr. Reynolds, too, has been affected mentally, physically, professionally by his wife and children's pain.
And while they've put on a united front at promotional events, sharp-eyed fans have noticed something odd. Blake and Anna rarely stand next to each other unless absolutely necessary. But here's where it gets even stranger. Some insiders say the relationship wasn't always this icy. In fact, they claim the two started off on decent terms until something shifted, sparking a quiet but undeniable feud. So what exactly happened to turn this working relationship into a behind-the-scenes battleground? The answer might be more shocking than anyone expected. Director Paul Feig has been quick to shut down any talk of tension between Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick.
Paul Feig seems to be the one that can sort of get through to them both,
insisting the feud rumors are pure fiction. He's taken to social media, flatly denying claims that the two actresses can't stand each other. But here's the thing: sometimes, the harder someone tries to squash a rumor, the more people start to believe it.
Feig writing to Melanie King, you're wrong. Now, Melanie wrote Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick before they walked the red carpet at the South by Southwest, another Simple Favor premiere. I just report on Blake being terrified to walk the carpet, as Anna is pissed and never wants to work with her again.
And Feig's insistence isn't exactly foolproof. While he paints a picture of harmony, behind-the-scenes accounts tell a different story. Crew members have hinted at a tense atmosphere, last-minute script tweaks, and a production team working overtime to keep certain egos in check. Could Feig simply be trying to protect the film's image? A blockbuster thrives on positive press, and publicized on-set drama could spell disaster at the box office. His job is to sell the movie not fuel controversy. Still, every time he speaks up, he seems to raise more eyebrows. Fans watching Blake and Anna's stiff body language at events aren't buying the everything's fine narrative.
Now, him saying you're wrong is very strange to me, because she's not wrong. He's just out there gaslighting the world into pretending that Blake and Anna are best friends when they're not.
And if the murmurs from the set are true, the real story behind this film's production might be far messier than Feig would ever admit. While whispers of a feud with Anna Kendrick dominate one side of the conversation, Blake Lively's ongoing legal battle adds an even more perplexing layer. In court documents, she paints a picture of overwhelming distress-emotional turmoil so severe that she claims it's deeply affecting not just her, but her children as well. The details are gut-wrenching, paralyzing anxiety, physical symptoms, and days where she allegedly can't even step outside. But here's the head-scratcher. Despite these harrowing claims, Blake has been stepping out in full glam, dazzling at film premieres, and exuding effortless charm at industry events. It's almost as if the person described in the lawsuit is an entirely different version of her. Naturally, this has fueled speculation. Are her legal statements exaggerated for maximum impact in court, or is there a deeper struggle the public simply can't see? To add to the confusion, Blake isn't exactly slowing down. She's actively taking on new projects, lending her voice to documentaries, and securing fresh Hollywood deals moves that demand public appearances and promotional work. So, for someone claiming to be too emotionally shattered to function, the contrast is glaring. And with every new headline, the debate only grows louder.
You know, what you're trying to prove in the defamation case is that you actually suffered damages related to whatever you were defamed about or whatever was mistruth about you. And sometimes that's a hard nexus to prove. It's going to be hard nexus for Lively to prove that her skincare line tanked.
The most revealing accounts don't come from the stars themselves, but from the people who saw everything unfold firsthand. Whispers from the set describe a work environment that felt less like a film shoot and more like a high-stakes balancing act. Some insiders claim both Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick pushed for near-total creative control, arriving with their own teams of stylists, managers, and requests that left crew members scrambling. What started as minor disagreements allegedly snowballed into full-blown standoffs, with tensions simmering long after the cameras stopped rolling. And then there's Paul Feig, whose role reportedly went beyond directing. According to unnamed sources, he spent a staggering amount of time mediating disputes, smoothing egos, and keeping production from derailing. If true, it makes his public denials of on-set drama look a little strategic. Could he be burying the feud to protect both the film's success and his own reputation as a director who can handle Hollywood's biggest personalities? But here's where things get really interesting. Some say the friction was so bad, the final cut of the movie had to be adjusted. Allegedly, entire scenes were trimmed or reworked to minimize Blake and Anna's face-to-face interactions. If that's true, it speaks volumes about just how deep these rumored issues really run.
If you're seeing any damages, it's because of actions affected by your own behavior.
If there's one thing the internet loves, it's dissecting celebrity drama, and fans haven't missed a beat when it comes to this one. Social media is buzzing with speculation, with every red carpet moment, interview, and Instagram post being analyzed for hidden tension. And here's the kicker: every time Paul Feig or the actresses brush off the rumors, it only seems to make people more convinced that something's up. Commenters aren't shy about calling out the inconsistencies. If Blake Lively is supposedly too emotionally distressed to function, why does she look so at ease during press tours? If she and Anna Kendrick are on good terms, why do their interactions feel, at best, like forced politeness and, at worst, like they're barely tolerating each other? And then there's the photographic evidence. Eagle-eyed fans have noticed that in carefully arranged group shots, the two stars are almost always positioned as far apart as possible. Coincidence? Some don't think so. But what really fuels the fire is Paul Feig's relentless denial of any drama. Instead of calming things down, his insistence that everything is fine has the opposite effect, raising even more eyebrows. Some believe it's classic Hollywood damage control, while others are waiting for more behind-the-scenes voices to come forward. And if the past few weeks are any indication, the speculation is only just getting started. With another major release on the horizon, one big question remains: can the studio's PR team keep personal tensions under wraps long enough to secure a box office win? Hollywood is no stranger to spinning a story, but if the rumored feud between Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick is as real as insiders suggest, will they even agree to a third collaboration? Or will their next press tour be a masterclass in forced smiles and carefully choreographed group shots? Industry whispers suggest that if this behind-the-scenes drama doesn't die down, more people might start speaking up. Crew members often stay quiet to protect their careers, but repeated chaos has a way of bringing the truth to light. If more voices emerge, we could see a ripple effect tone that exposes not just this feud, but the messy reality of working in an industry built on illusion. And that's the real intrigue, isn't it? Whether you're a die-hard Blake fan, an Anna supporter, or just fascinated by Hollywood's glossy facade, the real question is, how much longer can they keep this act going? Because if there's one thing celebrity history has taught us, it's that the truth always finds a way to slip through the cracks. As the cameras flash and the stars retreat to their private lives, one thing remains: an unsettling tension hanging in the air, like a storm just waiting to break. Maybe Blake's dazzling public persona is nothing more than a mask, concealing deeper struggles. Maybe Anna's cool, composed exterior hides just as much frustration. Or perhaps this is all just Hollywood's grandest illusion, a carefully orchestrated game of PR chess, where the goal is to keep audiences focused on the glitz and not the cracks forming behind the scenes. But if the whispers, the body language, and the mounting insider accounts hold even a shred of truth, then this might be the perfect Hollywood storm. Two A-listers locked in an off-screen clash while trying to keep up the illusion of unity, and a director desperately trying to convince the world there's nothing to see here. So the real question is, will the truth ever come out? Or are we watching just another performance, scripted and rehearsed to perfection? One thing's for sure: the deeper you dig, the messier the truth tends to get.